Could this low-profile offseason move be the spark that ignites Chicago's entire offense? All right, Bears News Fan Report family, listen up. If you believe this team deserves a secret weapon at tight end, go ahead and pulverize that button and subscribe right now, because we're about to dive deep into one of the most under-the-radar storylines of the Bears offseason. Picture this. The offense has been searching for the missing piece, the kind of versatile, do-it-all tight end who can line up in line, split out as a receiver, and drive blocks like a seasoned veteran. We've seen flashes of Jakeem Grant's speed and Darnell Mooney's big play ability, but what if the true game-changer is someone nobody outside of Halas Hall is talking about? What if the Bears quietly unearthed a hidden gem, a player whose blend of size, athleticism, and football IQ could rewrite the narrative in Matt Eberfliss's offense? All spring and early OTAs, whispers began trickling out about a rookie tight end whose polished technique and natural feel for route running had veteran quarterbacks nodding in approval. Coaches started weaving him into multiple formations, slinging, play action passes his way, and marveling at his ability to finish blocks like a seasoned lineman. Could this be a built-in Swiss Army knife that transforms third and medium into a routine pickup? Is it possible that this unheralded prospect could vault past more celebrated veterans on the depth chart by week 1? The man at the center of this growing buzz? Joel Wilson, a 6'4", 255-pound tight end out of Pittsburgh who went undrafted but landed in Chicago's lap for a steal. He may not have worn a first-round tag, but scouts marvel at his background as a two-way star in college, racking up 45 receptions for 560 yards and 7 touchdowns in his senior season, all while grading out as one of the ACC's top run-blocking TEs. His seamless transition from digital playbook to live pads has had offensive coaches calling him the total package, and teammates whisper that his tape study rivals Pro Bowlers. Yet, until now, we haven't said his name aloud, because sometimes the greatest treasures are hidden until the perfect moment. Could this be that moment? Imagine the trouble he could cause lining up in the slot against linebackers or flexed out wide against nickel corners. Fans are already speculating. Will Wilson earn snaps on early downs, or will he be the gadget wizard on sweeps and jet motion? Some insiders believe his ceiling could mirror that of a young Travis Kelce, minus national hype but packed with untapped upside. And if he shows he can both seal the edge in the running game and become a reliable safety valve on play action, the Bears could have themselves a bona fide matchup nightmare. But here's where it really gets interesting. Chicago's current roster carries question marks at tight end depth beyond the veteran core. If Wilson continues this upward trajectory, could the Bears choose to roll into the regular season with 2 rookies battling for snaps beside veteran Cole Kmet? Is it possible that Wilson's ascent forces the coaching staff to rethink their entire offensive scheme, dialing up more 12 personnel sets to exploit that dynamic trio? Fans are wondering if we might witness a new-look trio of terror in the red zone. Kmet's brute force, Wilson's finesse routes, and Darnell Mooney's speed all mashed together into an unpredictable attack, and let's not forget the intangibles. There's talk of Wilson being a natural leader in the locker room, someone older players gravitate toward during film sessions, someone whose relentless work ethic sets a standard for rookies. Could this humble prospect become the glue that holds Chicago's young core together, instilling confidence in an offense still finding its identity? Or might the pressure of expectation reveal cracks we haven't seen on the practice field? Only game day will tell, so here we are, at the edge of the abyss, staring down what could be a defining moment for the Bears' offense. Could Joel Wilson, the hidden jewel unearthed this spring, be the catalyst that turns this unit into a high-octane machine? Stay locked in, because when the pads come on, the real story begins. If you believe this hidden opportunity could be the spark that ignites our offense, smash that like button and subscribe to Bears News Fan Report now, because what comes next could redefine this entire season for Chicago. Think about it. Joel Wilson's arrival isn't just a roster move. It's a seismic shift in identity, an underdog story weaving its way into the heart of a franchise desperate for swagger. Imagine a Soldier Field crowd on a crisp November night roaring as Wilson creeps across the formation, fakes a block, and then explodes past a linebacker into the flat, snagging a 12-yard slant that keeps the chains moving. That play alone would be a revelation, but consider the ripple effect. Defenses forced to respect Wilson's shiftiness in space would open gaping lanes for Khalil Herbert's burst and create clean pockets for Justin Fields to survey a revitalized passing attack. Some insiders are already comparing this potential breakout to the way Jimmy Graham jolted this offense back in 2013. Only this time, it's a homegrown hero with something to prove. But let's not get ahead of ourselves without acknowledging the stakes. The Bears ranked 28th in red zone scoring last season, converting just 53% of their opportunities into touchdowns. If Wilson can reliably win contested catches over linebackers, that percentage could skyrocket into the 70s, translating into extra points that change the complexion of tight divisional battles. Picture a Week 6 showdown against a rival NFC North foe, where instead of settling for 3, the Bears punch it in thanks to Wilson's pull-down catch on a tight window throw. The headlines would scream about a fearless rookie rewriting the script, and fans would chant his name in the stands like he's been here for a decade. Now let's contrast this to recent history. Remember when the 85 monsters of the Midway defense defined an era? Offensively, they leaned on reliable weapons, Walter Payton and the surgically precise Stan Brock, players who embodied toughness and execution. Fast forward to today, and we're placing our hopes on a tight end who blends raw athleticism with cerebral route running. If Wilson lives up to this potential, he becomes the bridge between that legendary past and an exciting future, carrying forward a quintessential Bears ethos: mean, efficient, and unafraid of the moment. Of course, there's room for caution. Rookie tight ends notoriously struggle with the pro game's complexity. Just ask fans of teams that landed Butler or Cameron Brate. And while Wilson's practice reports have been glowing, the real test comes under live fire. What happens when the lights are brightest, the crowd is deafening, and the defense sends an exotic blitz? Will he hold up as a blocker, or will the pace of NFL edge rushers overwhelm him? The coaching staff's decision to feature him on early down packages is a bold bet, one that could pay dividends or expose the depth chart to brutal reality. Yet, in Chicago, boldness has often been rewarded more than timidity. Look at how we vaulted from 3-13 in 2016 to a playoff berth 2 years later, by trusting young talent. Could history repeat itself with Wilson as the catalyst? And let's talk leadership. Multiple coaches have mentioned his film room tenacity, praising his ability to dissect defensive tendencies with the same fervor as a seasoned linebacker studying opposing quarterbacks. That level of preparation could anchor an entire room, galvanizing veteran Cole Kmet to push harder and elevating the confidence of practice squad hopefuls eyeing a glimpse of his work ethic. If Wilson embraces that leadership mantle, he could transcend on-field production and become the emotional nucleus of this offense, the kind of personality who lifts teammates on their worst days and unites a locker room in pursuit of a singular goal: playoff glory. As fans, we've spent years waiting for an electric moment to rally around, a catch, a block, a single play to embody our collective hunger. Joel Wilson represents that possibility, a blank canvas onto which we can project dreams of big plays and long playoff runs. Could he emerge as the tight end who finally gives us consistency in 2 tight end sets, morphing our offense into a multi-headed monster that keeps opponents guessing? Or might the pressure of expectation reveal cracks that leave us yearning? For a more experienced veteran, the only certainty is uncertainty, and in that uncertainty lies the intoxicating thrill that makes football the greatest drama on earth. So here we stand, on the precipice of what could be a defining chapter in Bears lore. Will Joel Wilson seize this moment, etch his name into our history books and rewrite the destiny of a franchise starved for relevance? Or will he falter under the weight of a city's hopes and the unforgiving glare of national scrutiny? The countdown to kickoff is ticking, and soon we'll find out if this hidden jewel truly shines. Until then, keep your eyes peeled and your excitement primed, because the next snap could change everything. And when it does, you'll want to say, "You were here for the beginning of it all."